Hello, Spores! Oh no, is everybody complaining about the sound? Is there sound? Can you hear me? This is my first time streaming on YouTube, so I apologize for being late, but I'm trying so hard. I encountered so many technical difficulties, and boy am I nervous. Oh my god, I'm nervous. My heart is beating so loud. I'm almost like curious if you can hear it. I'm really close to the microphone and my heart is like thumping, but whew, I made it. I'm here. You're all here. I'm so thrilled. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Oh, you're already peppering me with questions. Oh my goodness. Hello. What goes first, peanut butter or jelly in a PBJ? Obviously, it's peanut butter. You have to start with the harder object to spread. The harder spread to spread? The harder spread to spread, right? Because if you start with the hard one, and then you go to the easy one, which is the jelly, then it's all downhill from there, and then you get to enjoy your sandwich, and that's just such a pleasant experience. Okay. Oh my goodness, so many questions. Actually, we have more than 50 questions already submitted. I opened my Marshmallow Q&A account to everybody, and we got some questions in there. Got some questions directly on Twitter, and got tons and tons, oh my god, tons of questions in the Discord channel. So we have more than 50 on tap already, but I am going to answer the ones in the chat if possible. YouTube contract one? I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. What made you lick the mushroom persona? I'm gonna guess you meant to say pick. Licking the mushroom persona is a really bad idea. It's very hallucinogenic, and if you consume too much of the mushroom, it is actually toxic. People have occasionally perished from consuming Amanita muscaria, so I don't recommend licking the mushroom persona. Oh my god, there's too many questions! What's your favorite anime of all time? Oh, that one's in the list. Should we do the list? I want to show you guys the amazing technology the producer Joshi made. He made this super cool questions, like a display for the questions that shows them all live and shows a counter of how many I've answered. So check this out. I'm gonna press a button and nothing's gonna happen. Oh no, there it is. What is your favorite mushroom in gaming? Oh, this question is really long. What's your favorite mushroom in gaming? There are so many good mushrooms in gaming. I mean, like, when I'm playing Mario Kart, obviously my favorite mushroom is the triple mushroom boost that you get from the item boxes. I think probably because Pokemon is one of my favorite games, that my favorite mushroom in gaming is probably Shinotic, which is a mushroom Pokemon. It's very cute. It's pink. It's very charming. But I also think the ones from Tiny Tina's Wonderlands are really cool. Like, they're cute on the outside, but then they have like these terrifying teeth, and then they attack you. Maple Story Undefeated? Absolutely. Maple Story has some very good mushrooms. Do you have a gaming crush from Mr. Egg in the chat? A gaming crush? Ooh. Like a person who games that I have a crush on, or a game character that I have a crush on? I think probably the Chad Waluigi. Joshi wanted to know whether I preferred the Virgin Wario or the Chad Waluigi, so that's my answer to both questions. Chad Waluigi. Are there other mushroom people like you? From Luke Beacom in the chat. Yes, in fact, there are. I actually have a cousin who's on some of my TikToks. Her name is Peach, and she's a wrinkled peach mushroom. So we're actually related. We're both part of the Amanita family, which is how we're cousins, but she looks very different. She's very cute and pink. There are plenty of mushroom people, though. I've actually encountered a lot of mushroom VTubers since I got started. Surprisingly, I was trying to be original, but there are actually a lot of mushroom VTubers out there, and they're all so cool and original and have really great concepts. And I love every time I find a new one on Twitter. Let's see. How do you feel about people eating cordyceps? I'm generally against people eating mushrooms, like culinary mushrooms, hallucinogenic mushrooms. You know, they're my people, so leave them in the ground. Leave them where they're growing. They're just trying to enjoy that rotten tree bark. They don't want to get picked. They don't want to get eaten. Did you know there are a couple of mushrooms that mimic meat from Joshua Sinclair? Yeah, like chicken of the woods. They make delicious fried chicken. That's why they're called chicken of the woods. But don't do it. Don't do it. Don't eat them. Don't eat them. I'll find you. Someone will find you. Oh, we have so many questions in the chat. Okay, wait. I gotta do one more from the list. Let's see. What's next on the list? Question 2 from KDA Recon. Where did you get that model idea? That's a good question. So, I want to answer this one in character. I'm a mushroom girl. What model? This isn't a model. This is just me. But realistically, I really just love, I think mushrooms are so interesting. They're so varied, and they've been found on every continent except Antarctica, I think, covered in ice. Go figure. But there are just so many different varieties, and many of them are completely different from one another. Like mold is a fungus, not technically a mushroom, but you wouldn't say that mold is similar to Amanita muscaria. That's how different all of these different varieties of mushrooms are. And I just think that's so cool and fascinating. But I fell in love with this particular variety, and that's where I got the avatar idea. So thank you so much for the question. That's a good one. Tito, what's your favorite tree bark to make cake from? Personally, I prefer oak, but in the winter, I like birch. It all totally depends on how I'm feeling on any given day. Let's see. All right, let's do another one from the list. Oh God, I'm so excited that you're all here asking questions. I'm just so thrilled. Thank you all for joining me on this momentous evening, my first YouTube live, even though I started it late. And it was almost a technological disaster. But, okay. Next question. From Blue Eyes WTF. What is your favorite drink? Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. Is this alcoholic? Am I allowed to talk about alcohol? Well, day to day, I would say my favorite drink is apple juice. But the interesting part of this question is that I hate water. I hate water. I hate it. I think it tastes bad. And a lot of people when they hear me say that, they're like, Gilly, water doesn't have a taste. How can you say water tastes bad? It's the taste of nothing. It genuinely, to me, I think it tastes really bad. I think it has a flavor. I can detect a flavor, and it's terrible. So I drink apple juice instead of water, which I'm sure my dentist would hate, but we don't have to tell him. I won't tell him if you don't tell him. Oh, from Vacation, what mic do you use? That's a great question. I use a Neumann. Oh geez, producer Joshi, help me. what microphone do I use? I don't know. I forgot the model name, but it's a Neumann. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm such ditz. Daniel, your voice is so beautiful. Do you also sing, dub, act? I don't dub or voice act. I'm thrilled that you think my voice is worthy of such a venture. I do sing, though. Actually, I'm a classically trained singer, and I have performed in several operas. That's your fun fact about me today. That's your one little nugget of information that you could potentially use to dox me, but I don't think you'll do that. Spores are too kind. I don't think you would do that. Let's see. Let's get another question from the list. Question 4 from Fresh Inkling. What a great username. Coffee preference. Highly sweetened. Just unbearably sweet. when I go to the coffee shop, it's usually an iced vanilla latte. Lots of vanilla, emphasis on the vanilla. But at home I have a Keurig, and I drink if you have a Keurig and you're shopping for K-cups, the Gilly Special is either the mocha or the caramel one-step latte that's under like the donut shop branding. It's perfect. I don't know. I drink apple juice, I drink sweetened coffee. I think you're starting to get a sort of a flavor profile. I only like things that are incredibly sweet. Oh my god, my dentist is gonna watch this and call me tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I'm catching one from the chat. Luis Fernando says strawberry or chocolate? Both. The only correct answer to that question is both. Uh-huh. Let's see. Trying to do some more from the chat. Are you going to do ASMR from Black Star Big Wave? Yes. I am really interested in ASMR. I'm a big consumer of ASMR personally, but I'm kind of at an impasse because I personally like your sort of like your prop ASMR, right? Where they tap things and they like blow bubbles and they like break chalk. Oh my god, chalk breaking is just so good. But I feel like the expectation for VTubers is to do a lot of vocal-based ASMR and particularly role-playing. And I don't listen to too much of that. And so it's been hard for me to sort of start going with my own projects because I don't have too much experience listening to it. So if you have any favorite ASMR channels, please let me know. I can scroll back through chat after the stream and read everything. So if you drop any links in chat, I'll find them later. Thank you. I would appreciate that. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's do one more from the list. Gotta do the list and the chat. From VAcation. Oh! I got that one. I must be on such a long delay. I'm so sorry. Let's see. What's a quote from Anonymous? I think this one was from the Marshmallow. What's a quote that has stuck with you the most? That's a really good question. I saw I have a funny answer and a serious answer. I saw that there's a TikTok audio going around. It's from Hank Green, and it just goes like something like, I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but whoever you are, pee pee poo poo pee poo pee poo poo pee poo. That made me laugh so much. I think I'm probably gonna do that audio soon. So that quote really stuck with me. But I think if like a serious answer, oh gosh, I don't know who said it. It's probably Abraham Lincoln or some like really inaccurate attribution, but who said you can please some people all of the time, all of the people some of the time, but you can't please everybody all of the time? Did I get it right? I really think that's just perfect. It's a great life advice generally, because you can't please all the people all the time, and too many people wear themselves out trying. So just, let it go sometimes. All right, let's do another one from the list. Hi, Desinim, welcome. Sorry you missed the first few. Hi. There's plenty more, believe me. All right, this one is also from Anonymous, so probably from the Marshmallow. What do you look for in a romantic partner if you don't have one already? I feel like the second part of this question is meant to expose something about my personal life, so I'm going to leave that part off. Regardless of whether I have a romantic partner, what I look for in a romantic partner, I think somebody who completes me. That's such a, hold on, I'm still thinking. It's not that cliche of an answer. Somebody who rounds out the missing parts of my personality and my skill set. I think somebody sufficiently different from me that together we make a good team, and we make up for each other's shortcomings. Does that make sense? And also who I like being around, obviously, but I think a romantic partner, and more broadly speaking, a life partner, has to add something to your life that you couldn't provide on your own. And so I think that's my answer. It's a good question. It's a tough question. Goodness gracious. These questions are really good, hard-hitting questions. You should be on 60 Minutes. Okay. Tactical relationship. Yes, Sam. Okay. Let's forget that was a question. I'm doing the Men in Black flashbulb thing. Nobody remembers this. All right, next question. From Daniel Gabassi. Beautiful voice. Oh, I answered this one too? I must be like 5 or 10 questions ahead of myself. Mega Space Waffles from the chat. Do you reproduce by budding? I'm not going to answer questions about reproduction. Wait, hold on. No, I personally have not reproduced, but there are, generally, all of my mushroom brethren have all spouted from the same mycelium. It's a very large underground root system that, here, the gist of it is, even if you don't see mushrooms on the surface of the grass or the woods or wherever, there's very likely a very robust, complex, and widespread mycelium underneath the ground that you can't see. And when you see a mushroom sprout above the ground, that's actually the budding, that's the flowering part of the mushroom, technically speaking. That's the fruit. It's the fruit of the mushroom. Gilly is inside of us. Tito, no. Always going there. Gee whiz. May I take a mycelia cutting to propagate? Sure. It's already out there. I guarantee you have a local mycelium, but you can take a cutting if you want. These are such good questions. I'm trying to answer as best as I can, but sometimes I just don't know the answer. Ooh, from Congo, what's your favorite movie genre? I like comedies. Obviously, I thought this was going to be my favorite movie, and I was about to say A Knight's Tale, because I just absolutely adore that movie. But comedies, generally. I like things that are lighthearted. I also like slice of life movies. I think my second favorite movie is The Station Agent, which is just it's one of those movies you could kind of describe as pointless. The characters just sort of wander around and do things and talk to each other, and sometimes they cry and sometimes they're happy. But, I think those movies are just really nice and peaceful, and sometimes they make me feel things. And so, yeah, so I would say comedy and slice of life. Also a really big Wes Anderson fan. Tita Chaucer is OG Rizgod. He certainly is. I just love when he stands up on the fence posts and gives the introductions. The protector of Italian virginity. That movie is so brilliant. The writing is so amazing. All right, let's get that next question. From Nerf Opie, can you take off the mushroom? That's a great question. The answer is no, I cannot. It's part of me. It's growing out of my head, or rather you could think of the human-looking part of me as being the stem of the mushroom. But we are one. It is not a hat. But thank you for asking. Oh, wait, I have to get one from the chat before I read this one. What's your favorite Ryan Reynolds movie from Cat Fan? This is an easy one. Deadpool. Okay, so from Anonymous, how would you recommend meeting/making friends in the VTuber community? Parentheses, I am one. This is, it's a little tough to meet other VTubers just via streams, I think. So I would recommend being proactive on Twitter. Twitter is really, oh god, am I supposed to call it X now? Ugh. X? X is where the VTubers all hang out and talk to each other and network. Truly, There's no Discord community, like a really big Discord for VTubers. There's no, there is a Reddit, a VTuber Reddit, but it's not utilized by VTubers. It's more utilized by VTuber fans. So Twitter is the place where you go to meet VTubers and just start commenting on each other's clips. You know, reach out. Really like your content. Don't DM people unless they're expecting it, because I think that's just, it comes across as a little thirsty. But if you just generally interact over time, I think they'll refollow you and start commenting on your work. And then you can hopefully ask to hang out or DM or just take the next step. But good question. Sir Gummy, does the mushroom cap grow back if we take it off? Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch the mushroom cap. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Vic from chat, do you have an Oshi? That's a really great question. Oshi isn't somebody that I look up to, really respect and emulate. I think that my Oshi... So, don't take this the wrong way. This is very much going to come across the wrong way. But the first VTuber that I was really interested in, and the reason why I'm so passionate about being a 3D VTuber, was Project Melody. Now, that's why I say don't take this the wrong way, because you're going to say, oh, it's because you like NSFW. It's not. I think that her 3D streams are really well done. She was the first VTuber that I noticed streaming with full body mocap from a custom environment that was just designed for her. And I thought that was so stunning, so well art directed, such a brilliant display of technology. And I just so look up to that level of professionalism and just utilizing the 3D space so well. So, I mean, don't clip this, but I mean, clip it if you want, but don't just clip the Project Melody part. Get all of it. Okay. Mel X Gilly collab. Please, just reach out to her on my behalf. Everybody start spamming her with requests to collab with that weird mushroom girl. All right, I'm going to take one more from the list. All right, from Tito. Phantom of the Opera, smash or pass? Do I have to do all the characters? Phantom, smash. Christine, pass. That's the end. Goodness gracious. Actually, okay, that was a funny one. I'm not gonna say anything else. I am gonna say it. I don't like Andrew Lloyd Webber. Like, his musicals don't really do it for me. I'm sorry. Okay, I've said the controversial thing. Now I'm moving on. From Anonymous. Hello. I love what you're doing and your avatar is adorable. What made you want to start a Twitter account? Oh, well, this sort of dovetails with the answer I gave to the VTuber friends question. I wanted to just know more about what was going on in the VTuber community and what other content creators were doing and what was popular and interesting right now. So that's why I made the Twitter account. I didn't really start using it for a long time, so my Twitter account was created at the same time as my TikTok, but I really didn't post anything to Twitter for probably over 6 or 7 months. But when I saw how important networking was in the VTuber space, I sound so corporate. Yeah, that's when I started using Twitter more. Twitter, what's that? Sorry, X. Elon Musk is gonna write me a letter. Oh, from Anonymous. What color is it? What color is what? What color is what? What? It's red. I have to assume you're asking about the mushroom. It's red? Is maybe this asker is colorblind, like red-green colorblind, and isn't quite sure whether it's red or green. So, it's red. That's... Oh, Kiwi Chaos, what a great question. Did you create your model yourself? I just got into Vroid and have had a lot of fun making my own models. The answer is yes and no. The base of my model is Moe by QB Closet, so it was created by a modeler on booth.pm, which is a website. But everything about my model is customized. The skin is custom, the makeup is custom, the eyes are custom, the hair is custom, the mushroom obviously is custom. I customized everything about the clothing, the colors, the textures, even the meshes in a lot of cases. And it was all done in Blender and Unity. Oh, and the face tracking. If you like my face tracking, yes, I did this all by hand. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody pat me on the back. So the answer is yes and no. I have done a lot of work to my model. I got the base. The base is pre-made. So yeah. And if you are interested in getting more into modeling and making avatars for VR chat or other 3D applications, I highly recommend taking a look at booth.pm. It's a website where a lot of really talented Japanese modelers will upload and sell their works, and in a lot of cases you can download the assets for free. So yeah. The shimmy when she said everything. Hello everybody. Hi Burned Man. Hi Mommy Mushroom. Thank you. Hi. Ooh, pats from Mark Reyes. Yes, I will take all the head pats you have to offer. Back pats, back pats. How would you even pat my head? I mean, you could pat the mushroom, but if you wanted to pat like the head part, you'd have to basically just slap me in the face. Shucky D darns. You mean the underboob is intentional? Yes, the underboob is intentional. Gotta attract the viewers somehow. God knows my personality sucks. Gotta show off my assets. Okay, let's get another question from the list. From Kai, what do you love about Twitter? There's a lot of Twitter questions. I think most of these were from people on Twitter. Okay, and we have to call it X, but thinking. I love having a two-way conversation. When I post on Instagram or TikTok, it's really a one-way communication. Like, I'm broadcasting to you, and you can comment, of course, and I try to respond to as many comments as I can, but it's really one way. Like, I'm sending my content to you. But on Twitter, I like that it's a two-way conversation, that responses to conversations are on the same level of importance as the original post, right? And so nobody's content is inherently buried. I really like that. Let's see. I'm scanning the chat. Everyone loves underboob. True. I love underboob. That's why I got this for you. I can swing it side to side. And then YouTube took me offline. All right, next question. From Teedler, do you prefer zip ties or Velcro for cable management? I'm a Velcro person. I think that zip ties are hard to reverse. You have to cut them off with a cable cutter. But I think that Velcro, this is a really specific question. Velcro's easy. You can undo it and redo it if you made a mistake, which I frequently make mistakes, particularly with cabling underneath my desk. You should see it. I have a cable taco. It's like a net, like a mesh that just holds all of my cables under my desk so they don't spill out onto the floor. And it's all just sort of shoved in there. Teedler, you can come over and fix my cabling if you want. Let's see. Y'all manage your cables? I don't. I just hide them. I pretend they don't exist. From Catfan, what's your favorite Pokemon? Super great question. So you would expect me to say one of the mushroom Pokemon, right? I did mention Shiinotic earlier, but personally, my favorite Pokemon, I played all the Pokemon generations, including Red, Blue, and my favorite has to be Mew. It was just so thrilling, right? To get 150 and then to finally procure through legal methods, not through cheating, never through cheating. So finally get your hands on that 151, you know, that first really special secret legendary Pokemon, right? I thought that was just so thrilling. My favorite will always be Mew. Let's see. From Yer, yeah? Have you ever played Touhou? And if not, could you do a live stream on it? I have never played Touhou. I'm not 100% sure what kind of gameplay it is, actually. I think it's a bullet hell, right? Like it's like a top-down bullet hell. I would be willing to play Touhou on a live stream. I'm really just only familiar with all the characters from it that have been turned into all the memes from it, really. Just my only exposure to Touhou so far has just been memes, like thousands of memes. It's a bullet heck! That's the YouTube safe version. It's a bullet heck. Yeah, I can see myself playing it on a live stream. I don't know what games I'm gonna play yet. I can play all sorts of games. Let's see. From Cookie Lover, do you have a favorite waifu? Oh, I do. I feel like somebody else asked me for best girl, and I think these overlap, so if I come across best girl, the answer is the same. Best girl, favorite waifu, is always going to be Misato from Evangelion. First of all, she's so hot. She's like smoking, right? And second of all, I just think she's such an interesting character. She tries her best, and she has a really pure heart, but she succumbs to like her human desires, you know, and it thwarts her efforts. And I just think that's so relatable, and she's like smoking hot and a great character. Yes, Misato Simps rise! Best girl is Gilly. Thanks, Moshiki. From Aaron Delage. Ooh, beautiful name. What is your favorite soda? Oh, that's a tough one. So I'm a regular Diet Coke drinker, and I know that's like a basic B Karen sort of answer. So my second favorite soda, I'm gonna say, is root beer. There is a restaurant near me that has root beer on tap, like a beer tap, and the root beer is from a keg from a local brewery that does root beer, and it's like, oh, it's transcendent. It's so good. Pepsi is better. No, Pepsi is not better. I'll fight you. I'll fight you. I'll do it. Coke is better. Diet Coke for shame. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry to let you down. I'm so ashamed. Root beer fans for the win. Yeah. From the chat. Oh, we're calling them the chat now. What is your favorite ice cream? I like to imagine the chat is a username. But what is your favorite ice cream? That's a good question. Oh my god, ice cream is so good. How am I supposed to pick a favorite ice cream? Ice cream is so good. Oh, okay. There's this banana pudding gelato from a place near me that's super good. That's amazing. It's so good. I mean, you can't really beat just super, like, really good quality vanilla ice cream with chocolate syrup on it. There's nothing better than that. And chocolate's good. My favorite Ben & Jerry's specifically, because Ben & Jerry's has a lot of good flavors, is Fish Food, which is chocolate ice cream with marshmallow swirls and little chocolate fishies. And caramel. And caramel. Can't forget the caramel. But, I mean, I'll eat any ice cream that's not mint. I really don't like mint ice cream. I don't like mint flavored sweets or like any food that's mint flavored. I don't understand why people want to eat food that tastes like toothpaste. I don't know. It's just never appealed to me. So mint chocolate chip, not the best ice cream. Although I understand why Moshiki would say that it is, because it's your exact character palette. Vanilla is considered plain, but honestly, it's such a complex flavor. Yeah, Sam, I don't understand why vanilla got this reputation as being plain, right? Vanilla is one of the most expensive spices in the world. Per pound, it is super expensive. If you buy real vanilla pods, incredibly expensive. Pure, authentic vanilla extract, not the artificial kind, incredibly expensive. It's this high-class luxury spice that is so hard to get your hands on, and yet everybody says vanilla is plain and boring. It's like the water of ice cream flavors. So that's just unfair. Vanilla's really good. Weren't wars fought over vanilla? Yeah, absolutely. Spices in general, though, have been the source of much conflict, particularly in China and the Middle East, where Europeans wanted to build through roads and establish trade routes. Okay, this is boring. Let's not talk about it. All right, next question. All right, from Bean. Does your mushroom pair well with spaghetti? My mushroom does not pair well with anything. I haven't eaten myself, so I can't really tell you what the flavor is. Auto-cannibalism, not really my thing, but I have read reports from people who have eaten Amanita muscaria, and it, by all accounts, it tastes kind of bitter. So I don't think as a culinary mushroom you would really enjoy it, but if you're eating Amanita muscaria, you're probably not primarily thinking about the flavor. I'll put it that way. No more history with Gilly. No, no, no. We're not doing history with Gilly. I'm not a history VTuber. I could be. I don't know. It's a thought. Let's see. From Just Random, what are your thoughts on barbecue? There's so many food questions in the chat today, which is amazing because I am obsessed with food. I love food. If I could have any superpower, it would be to be able to eat as much food as I wanted without any repercussions to my health or feeling full or anything. Okay, but what are my thoughts on barbecue? Wow. I feel very positively about barbecue. There are a lot of different schools of barbecue sauce, right? So my favorite variety of barbecue sauce is your sort of Carolina variety that's really heavy on the mustard and vinegar flavors. I really like a tangy barbecue sauce. If it's just sweet all the way through, it's not complex and interesting enough for me, so I like a tangy barbecue sauce. Carolina barbecue, yeah, Tito! We're just gonna talk about barbecue. We're just gonna talk about food nonstop. This is not the Q&A stream. This is now the food stream. Oh, from Virgil in the chat. Do you have a favorite dish to make? That's a great question. I love cooking. And if you're in my Discord and you check out the food channel, you'll see that I post pictures of my food that I cook quite often. I love cooking. In terms of a favorite dish, that's hard to think about right now, but what I made last night was really good, so I'll tell you what it was. It was a pork tenderloin that I seared in my cast iron pan. Love my cast iron pan. I rubbed it with spices, seared in the cast iron pan, and then put it in my crock pot over a bed of onions, so that when it slow cooked, the onions sweated out their delicious onion juice and the pork sweated out its delicious pork gravy. And then when it was done cooking, I took it out and I sprinkled some cornstarch into the crock pot and turned the juices into a gravy and then put that on top, and it was so good. Why was that so graphic? Why did I describe that in such graphic detail? I'm such a weirdo. This really is the food stream. Oh. Okay. Yes, Sam, Gilly has become a foodie channel. Okay, we need some non-food questions. Okay, this is a non-food question. I'm proud of you, Thick. Thank you. All right, from Thick Ink. Is there a dream project you'd like to make, I think, if you had unlimited time and money? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to call back to that Project Melody discussion from earlier, and her mocap and her custom game environments are just so spectacular. And I also really admire, have you folks heard of Lola Loading? She's another 3D VTuber that does full body mocap and custom Unity, and her streams are spectacular. They're wonderful. I feel like she does have unlimited time and money. So yeah, if I had unlimited time and money, I would pursue like really gorgeous, high qual custom 3D. I would be the best Gilly I could possibly be. So, oh, from Zbix, you watch Code Miko? I don't personally watch Code Miko, but she is amazing. She's like the face of some sort of 3D studio, right? It's amazing what she does. Her mocap is spectacular. Her facial tracking is spectacular. Yeah, she's really amazing. But yeah, I would just have the best darn 3D stream setup you could possibly imagine. So, you know, maybe I'll start a Patreon and someday we can get there together. All right, next question from Wolvetica. Heavy metal or dubstep? This is tough. I don't listen to either of those genres, but if I had to, like if somebody was threatening me, like they had a gun in one hand and a pair of headphones in the other, and they said, pick one. This is really hard. Dubstep, probably? I have nothing against heavy metal in particular, but I have trouble telling the difference, I think, between different songs and bands. It all just like sort of runs together and sounds the same for me. Whereas dubstep, I can sense when things are different and unique and interesting. That's such a lame answer. But yeah, okay, so dubstep. And I know, Wolvetica, you're going to be watching this as a replay tomorrow because you're at work right now. I apologize. I'm really sorry. What's your favorite color from Sarah Love? So I love red, as you can tell. Red everything. I've got a red jacket, red hat, red eyes. But I think my other favorite color is pink. And I don't have too much pink in my branding, and I don't wear too much pink, but I adore it. I just think it's so cute and sweet. And I buy a lot of pink things. So my toothbrush actually is pink. I have a pink toothbrush, a pink electric toothbrush. Like if something comes in pink, I will buy it in pink. That's a fun fact about me. Tito, amber is the color of your energy. Whoa. Okay, I love that callback. I heard that song on the radio the other day while I was driving in the car. I was like, wow, this is an old song. All right, let's see. From Virgil 300, favorite body joint. Oddly specific question. Favorite body joint? To break? To lick? Just in general? Maybe the neck? That's like 50 joints though. It's not 50, it's like 3. There's a lot of bones in the spine. But wow, what a question. I think without my neck, I'd be pretty up the river, you know? Like I wouldn't be able to look around or look at things. That's really important to me. Sam, favorite body joint to lick? Let's just go to the next question. Cat fan, I love that you came with so many questions. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be able to go to bed tonight, like purely because of Cat fan and Tito and Thick Ink. What VTuber would you love to be friends with? Oh my goodness. I would love to be friends with like everybody from VShojo. I mean, I admire all of the corpo VTubers. Like, I think HoloLive does a really good job, but I personally, to me, VShojo just picks really unique and interesting talents with a lot of personality. So I just think they have such spectacular personalities, and they're all so funny, like super funny and super interesting. So I would love to be friends really with anybody from VShojo. Tito, oh my god, she said VShojo? Yeah, I know you're a VShojo shrimp. Yeah, I'm sort of a VShojo shrimp too. Just a little bit. Mostly a melody shrimp. Let's see. From Sarah Love, who's your favorite musician? Oh, that's a very interesting question. This is a tough one. I have a lot of favorite musicians. Like, I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. I think somebody that is more modern that I think is a really interesting musician and makes really interesting productions and also has a really wide-ranging talent is Billie Eilish. I admire so much that the production aspects of her music is so on point and so original and cool. Her songwriting skills are like off the charts. Like, all of her songs are so fabulous. Her lyrics are so fabulous. But also sometimes during her performances, she just gets on a stool and plays guitar and sings. And it feels like that's becoming more and more rare, that somebody can just pull out an instrument and sing into a microphone. So I respect her for really all aspects of her creativity. I think she's just wonderful and amazing. Let's see. What's your favorite kind of chips from... Oh, Travi! Hi, Travi! I didn't see you come in. What's your favorite kind of chips? Nacho cheese Doritos. The OG. A lot of times I have to choose between nacho cheese and those other weird flavors like Cool Ranch, and there's like one like sweet chili flavor. But you know what? You can't beat the OG. Just go with the nacho cheese. It's what your heart desires. It's what you really want. Right? The best. The best. Let's see what's next. Stop it. I knew this was coming and I'm still cracking up. I saw all the questions beforehand. This is not a blind Q&A, except for the ones from chat. The ones from chat are blind, but I still haven't seen the Bee Movie. I haven't seen it. So I know what this is from, but I don't get the joke, but I think it's funny because I don't get it. Sorry, Virgil. Cool Ranch is weird. Funny coming from a talking mushroom. Okay, you're right. That's a little bit of pot calling kettle black. I'm sorry. I am weird. Cool Ranch is weird. I can still dislike it. All right. Here's one from Abner. When did the mommy comments start, and when did you think to add it to the brand? That's a really interesting question. So the mommy comments started when I published my first ASMR adjacent TikTok, I guess. It was Small Boy, if you recall. I think you were around back then. It was the Small Boy TikTok. And I got a lot of mommy comments. For obvious reasons, because it's basically a whole TikTok where I pat your head and I call you Small Boy. But I did another video shortly after that for Tall Boy, because there were a lot of requests from tall guys to do a special on Tall Boy. And then I did another video following that for girls, because I didn't want girls to be left out. So that like 3 video series was when the mommy comments started, and the responses were so sweet and heartwarming. Those were the first videos, the first feel-good videos that I made that were really designed to make people feel happy and relaxed. And the responses I got to those videos were so charming and so sweet that made me want to do more of them. And that was really the moment when I decided that was going to be my niche. That was going to be my brand. So yeah, Gamer Mommy came after that. Yes, Gamer Mommy was an idea born after the mommy comments started rolling in. All right, let's see. Bath towel ASMR was the best. Yeah, Travi. that one was really good. I liked the production on that one. All right, let's see. I'm scanning chat to see if there's any questions coming through. Hi. Oh, Sarah, you're new. You just found me live. Oh my goodness. Welcome. You've been asking so many questions. I love that. I love that. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you're having a good time. Yeah, Blue Eyes WTF. I mean, your voice matches. So that was actually the reason for the redesign, is because I got a sufficient number of comments from people saying, oh, your voice is so mommy. Your voice is so you know, mature or mommy. It doesn't match your avatar. Because the old avatar was a little bit, well, I don't know. I love her. I love original Gilly, but it was a little childish looking. You know, it was like teenage Gilly, right? And I had started to feel for a long time more mommy. And commenters were suggesting that maybe I should be more mommy. And so I thought it was just time to upgrade, I guess. Upgrade from teenage Gilly to mommy Gilly. And I'm pleased with the change. And I know some people are disappointed that we don't get small, cute, young Gilly anymore. But I hope everybody gets used to the new model and starts to enjoy it and doesn't miss the old one too much. So let's see. Gregory Lopez, what a great question. Is there anything that keeps you motivated every day? Wow, what a great question. I think for me that validation, like seeing the fruits of the content that I'm making and the work that I'm doing, and just like all the vibes that I'm putting out into the world, seeing those come back is my motivation. You know, just learning that people are happy because of me, or that work was done well because of my contribution, that just makes me so happy, and that's my motivation. All right, let's get another one from the list. From Silver Steel. Oh, another really good. That's a great screen name. So why did you want to be a V-shroomer specifically? I mentioned earlier, but I know people are joining at various times during the stream. I love mushrooms. I just think they're spectacular, beautiful, so varied. They grow everywhere. Every continent has mushrooms and special varieties of mushrooms. They're just so fascinating to me. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I'll say it now because I just remembered. I also played a lot of Ragnarok Online. That's like a total 180 from what I was talking about before. But I played a lot of Ragnarok. Hands up in the chat if you played Ragnarok, because heck, that was a good game, right? But there's a newish Ragnarok app called oh geez. Tito, help me out. What's the Ragnarok game we played? But the classic cosmetic item in Ragnarok is a mushroom hat. Like, it's in every iteration of Ragnarok there's ever been, is the mushroom hat. And so I would always go for the mushroom hat and just like wear it nonstop. And yeah, so that that heavily influenced my decision to put a mushroom on my head and be a VTuber. Ragnarok, enjoy yours eat tonight. Yes, Tito. Sam, you don't even remember ever hearing of it? You never even heard of Ragnarok? Oh my god. This is one of online gaming's longest and most prestigious properties. You gotta at least Google it and check it out. Let's see. From Catfan, what's your favorite anime opening? Oh my god. What's my favorite anime? Okay, wait, I know. This makes me a basic B, but Oshinoko. That song has not left my head in like 3 months. Not even joking. My phone ring, like my text message alert sound for my phone, sounds like the first 3 notes of the chorus. And so every single time I get a text message, I just like, it pops back into my head. It'll never leave me alone. And then I'm singing it for the next hour. But goodness gracious, I just love Love the intro. I think the song is amazing. I think the art direction is amazing. I think the animation is amazing. That's a good opening. Any Berserk OP enjoyers here? Sorry, I'm not familiar. I'm familiar-ish, but I have not seen Berserk. Which I should probably correct soon, because I heard it's like a really great classic anime. Oh, goodness. Alright, next question. From Totally Not E? I suspect that you might actually be E. Is it possible that you actually are E? Oh, I won't dive into it, but what's your favorite part about being a VTuber? Comments! Comments! Comments times 1,000! Oh my goodness. My favorite part about being a VTuber is just hearing from everybody. You know, whether you liked the piece, a lot of the comments are about sometimes people don't like the content, but when people take the time to comment and talk to me and say that they liked it and that my content made them feel good, that is the best part. That is by far the best part of being a VTuber. Yes, give her the serotonin, chat. Go, go, go. I want the serotonin. This has been an incredible amount of serotonin. Oh my god. I did not expect there to be so many people in chat today just chatting it up. I am absolutely thrilled. It's hard to keep up with. I mean, it's a lot, but you know, I'm like blown away by everybody taking their time in their evenings to just join me and make this so special for me. So thank you. Let's see, we're on 38. Okay, we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it, chat. I think we're gonna get to 50. From Local Pizza Box, favorite pizza topping without saying mushrooms. Why would I say mushrooms? Why? Are you suggesting that I like eating mushrooms? A little sus there. A little sus there, Pizza Box. But favorite pizza topping, can I unironically say pineapple and ham? Like, I like Hawaiian pizza. I like it. And I know that that's like the meme edgelord, like, oh, I like pineapple on pizza. I genuinely, like, sweet and salty is one of my favorite flavor profiles. Like, I love chocolate-covered pretzels. I love peanut M&Ms. Anything sweet and salty, it's delicious. And so pineapple and ham, like Hawaiian pizza, just really, it hits that spot for me. That sweet and salty is just so good. So apologies for giving like the edgelord answer, but sorry, it's the truth. Mark, I love mushrooms on pizza. Can you stand on my pizza? Do you want me to stand on your pizza? That's a service I might be willing to provide. Are you going to eat it after I stand on it? Okay, I'll try and wash my feet first. All right. From Norlock6667, do you like winter or summer? Ooh. So as a mushroom, I prefer summer. Winter is not a great season for mushrooms. But there are some redeeming qualities to winter. I think snow is fun. I would like to go snowboarding someday. I think that looks cool. Let's see. And it's not hot. I have an objection to too much heat. It's you know, I would rather bundle up by putting on more clothes than just like go out in a tank top and immediately sweat through it. So, you know, there's a lot of good things to be said about winter, I think. Why are you talking about my feet? I talked about my feet first, so I should have known that was coming. Why did I even say feet? That was a terrible mistake. Alright. Question 40. We're almost there! Oh my god, I've only been live for an hour. I think maybe I'll answer more than 50 questions. I think it's okay if we go a little long. So this one's from Tito. Which video game world would you most want to be isekai'd to? Great question. And the answer to this one for me is obviously Pokemon. I just, like, that would be so cool, right? To be a real Pokemon trainer? Don't you think? the premise behind the isekai is always, there's two premises. One is that you start as this like super low level slime, you know, that can't do anything and you have to grind really hard. And the other premise is that you start as this like super OP godlike character, like Shield, what's that guy? Shield Warrior? That anime was great. Or like Overlord, right? So I think personally, I'd like to start as like the slime that grinds its way up, but in the Pokemon world. So the trainer that just starts with a Pidgey, you know, or like no Pokemon and just has to catch a Pidgey with a Pokeball. I think that would be really fun. I'd like the challenge. I think the world of Pokemon is fascinating and amazing. So yeah, that is my choice of game that I would be isekai'd to. But please don't hit me with a truck. If possible, I would like to avoid being hit by a truck. Shield Hero. Thank you, Tito! See, I have this like very temporary memory for shows and movies. As soon as I finish watching one and then watch the next one, I've forgotten everything about the one I just watched. So I couldn't even remember what that anime was called. But I promise you, I did watch Shield Hero, and I thought it was really good. I just have the memory of a goldfish. Oh, Virgil, you just started watching Overlord? Good for you. You're gonna enjoy that. It's very entertaining. He is super OP. You know, there's a whole genre of anime where the main characters cannot lose. Like No Game, No Life. You ever watch those? It's just that you know the main character is always going to win. They literally cannot lose. They are too strong, too smart. But, you know, it's enjoyable to watch anyway, because you're not waiting to find out whether they win. You're just waiting to find out how they win. And sometimes the how is really clever. Like in No Game, sometimes it's just so clever. Hey, Sam, I did actually see Shield Hero. I watched Shield Warrior. Oh, it was a different anime. My bad. I've never seen Shield Hero. I've only seen Shield Warrior. Oh, Catfan, what's your favorite social media logo? Just quickly, it's not X. All right, let's get the next question from the list. From Ramless Ramen. Ramless Ramen? To be without a ram is very sad. I know everybody prefers Rem, but I really think Ram is cool. She's got pink hair, right? Love pink. I'm sorry that you're without her. That's very sad. What is the first video game you played? Oh my god. Sonic? Sonic? Some Sonic game? I have like a very like deeply buried memory from childhood of playing Sonic. So I'm not sure which one it would have been, but I think I started on Sega, right? Like I started as a Sega person, and then I got a PlayStation eventually, and then I got a Nintendo. So I've played things from all sorts of different properties. Sonic. Dodge, Ram, Jeep, Chrysler. Yes, Tito. Dodge, Ram. If only a Dodge Ram was a beautiful pink-haired maid who lived to serve you and also turned into a demon and fought people for you. Let's see. Question 42 from Sarah Love. Do you like K-dramas? Favorite? Oh, yes, I do. I don't watch enough of them, but my favorite K-drama was, again, I don't remember the name, so if you remember the name, please help me out. But there was one where the main character was like a junior chef who was a dishwasher in a kitchen, and the what do you call him? The executive chef of the restaurant was like this super like mean and commanding and like domineering guy, and always treated her really badly. But then, of course, because this is the premise of every K-drama, of course they like fall in love. But that one was so cute to me, and you know I'm obsessed with food, so of course I liked the cooking aspect of the show too. So pasta! Thank you, Joshi! Yes, it was called Pasta! I'm so glad that I have folks in chat who are willing to help me out with my goldfish memory. I should like write these things down beforehand. This is the problem with blind questions, is that my memory is so bad, I just can't answer anything. All right, question 43 from Toad Lord. Toad? Like a toadstool? Good for you. Favorite song from gaming? There's a lot of good ones. I think that Summer from Stardew Valley is just a bop. Like, I love playing Stardew Valley when I get to the summer season because that daytime music for summer is just like, that is a bop. But, Emerald Hill Zone, I think, from Sonic is absolutely iconic. And I've been told that, like, for the Sonic 2 or Sonic 3, I can't remember. I've been told that Michael Jackson contributed to the soundtrack of that game. But Emerald Hill Zone, amazing. I don't care who composed the music, amazing. So good. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Thank you for the sub. Here's the funny thing, is that I literally cannot see when people are subscribing. And I know that it's good streamer form to like say thank you and welcome people to the community. And I would love to be able to do that. But I'm such a noob to streaming. Like, I'm such a novice that I couldn't even figure out how to set up stream alerts before I got started tonight. So I really apologize if anybody here has subbed and I didn't give them a shout out and I didn't say thank you. Just a huge thank you to everybody who's joining tonight, everybody who's subbing to my channel. Truly, from the bottom of my heart. And I'm sorry that I can't thank you in real time. But it's just because I don't know how to stream and I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better. Hopefully by the next stream, I'll have figured out everything and I'll see the sub alerts and I'll be able to thank people in real time. We'll get that set up. Thank you, Joshi. Yes. The streams are only going to get better from here on out. They're just going to get better and better. So let's see. Question 44 from Abner. Would you rather fail at something you love or succeed at something you hate? So this one is so interesting to me. And I read this one ahead of time because Abner posted this to the Discord channel. And I've just been thinking about it. Like, when I get to this one, what am I going to say? Because on the one hand, success feels really good, right? Recognition feels great. Success feels great. It can propel you forward in your career or in your followers or, you know, like, so success is great, but doing something you hate and potentially having to do more and more of it in the future because you were successful, you become a victim of your own success, that does sound awful. But failure is so scary and bad. I really am terrified of failure. So this one's too hard for me. This one's too hard. I can't answer this one. It's too hard. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Maybe we can talk about it later. Anybody who's in the Discord, I'll start a channel for this question and we can all share our answers with each other. Because genuinely, this is a fascinating question. All right, but moving on. From Catfan, what kind of compliment do you love? Just anything. Compliments about... Oh, sorry, I'm clearing my throat so much. I've just been talking nonstop for an hour. Compliments about, like, physical aspects of my appearance. Well, as a VTuber, I'll take those compliments, but as a person behind the camera, those kinds of compliments don't do too much for me, because it's something that I can't change, right? It's not necessarily something that I have total control over. But compliments on my abilities or my talents or something that I've done, those are the kinds of compliments that I like the most because those are things that I have direct control over, right? I can do better, I can learn more, I can put in more effort. And when those efforts turn into compliments, that's just mwah, that's the icing on the cake. That's the chef's kiss of compliments. Oh, Tito, you need water. Did you not hear me earlier? I hate water. But I do. I have a glass of apple juice right here. I will take a sip now. Give me 3 seconds. All right, I have consumed the apple juice. Thank you. Thank you. I need a hydrate redeem. All right. Oh, Abner, I like the way you think is my bread and butter. That is a good one. I actually have a compliment that I like to give people, which is that I love your brain. Because sometimes I think the way people think, just the connections that they make and like their creative process and the stuff they think of is so incredible. And when that happens, I'll say, I like your brain. Sometimes I'll say, I want to eat your brain. It's a little graphic, but you know, like if you could, there's some cultures that believe that if you consume somebody's brain, then you like absorb their power or incorporate them into yourself in some ways. So yeah, I'll either say I like your brain or I want to eat your brain. Question 46 from Travi. Will you do more streams? How often? I will try. I would like to stream once a week, I think. It's a good cadence for me. I don't want to stream too much because I think it takes away time from my ability to make other types of content. I want to make sure that I'm... oh my goodness. I want to make sure that I'm still making TikTok content for you, you know, shorts. And eventually I want to get into the world of making longer form YouTube videos like ASMR. But I think if I streamed 3 or 4 times a week, like a typical stream schedule, then I really wouldn't have time for anything else. So I think the right balance is to, for me at least, is to stream once a week, like an HBO special, right? Like I'm like a high budget HBO show. You can watch me once a week, and in the meantime, in between streams, you can talk to your friends about it and you can watch clips online. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, once a week. And we can talk about what day that's on. I just picked Wednesday this week. It was kind of random. I like Wednesdays. If you guys like Wednesdays, I can keep it up. But we can figure out a good day of the week to make it. I'd like to keep it on a regular day, right? Wait, are we just talking about HBO shows now? Gilly X Sopranos. Gilly X Oppenheimer. I don't have the outfit for Oppenheimer. I need like the page boy cap and like a wool trench coat. I need a tie, a suit and tie. Oh my god, how hot would I look in a tie? That's giving total Kafka energy. All right. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah, I like Wednesdays. Okay. From Sam. Hi, Sam. If you could have any video game receive a sequel, whoa, which one? Oh my goodness. So the parameters of this question are that it has to be a video game that doesn't already have a sequel, which a lot of them I feel like do. So let's see, what are some really good classic standalone games? Games that have only ever been made one time. Oh my god. I don't even know if I can answer that question. Portal 3 from Bean? See, that doesn't count. It has Portal has a sequel. It's a game that received a sequel. So I don't think I can say Portal, although Portal was a work of art. VR Chat 2? No. No, that game does not deserve a sequel. Maybe Unpacking? I haven't played it yet. It's in my Steam library. I bought it a long time ago, but I've just been sitting on it. And I think that game, though, as a standalone, was really short but beautiful. And it could use a sequel. It could, if you haven't heard of Unpacking, it's a game where you literally just take objects out of boxes and then organize them in a room. Just you put them wherever you want. Put things into drawers, put things on tabletops. But it tells the story about a girl's life over the course of 8 different moves, like from apartment to apartment or into a house. And you can tell what's going on in her life by what she keeps from each move. Like she keeps her teddy bear from her childhood for the entire game until she's well into her adulthood. But, you know, other things kind of disappear. Like she stops playing soccer at some point, so there's no more like soccer trophies. And in this way, without any dialogue or even talking to the main character at all, you get the story of this girl's life, and I think that's truly beautiful. So that could it could be a new unpacking story about a different character, maybe. That would be a cool sequel. Yeah, Sam, such a well-done narrative without any words. Fantastic. I can't wait to play it. I've seen other people play it. I've watched other streamers play it. Yeah, it's spectacular. Oh, Virgil, Narissa played that last night. Oh, I actually knew that. I saw that on the schedule and I was like, dang, I really wanted to stream that. I've been waiting to stream that game. But because Narissa did it last night, if I do it anytime soon, people are going to be like, oh, she's doing the same game as Narissa. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream it anytime soon. Oh, well. I'll just go ahead and do it. I don't think anybody really cares that much. Okay, next question. Question 48 from Sin. Yes, Sin wanted to make sure that I answered this question on stream. Why are cookies baked when they are called cookies and not bakies? That's a really important question. I think bakies have a little something extra in them, so eat at your own risk, right? Why are they called cookies? Well, you can still cook in an oven, right? You're cooking the food. So you could call them cookies. I don't know. This question has me turned around. I don't know. What's the right answer? What's up and down? I don't know anything. Why do we cook bacon and bake cookies? From Sam. That's such a great rendition of this question. I love bacon. I would cook bacon every day. Okay. All right. Next question. From Quinn. As a shroom queen, what do you think of mold? Ah, good question. Mold is a fungus, and it's technically part of my family. It's very small and dumb, and it doesn't communicate. Like, I can't talk to molds the way I can talk to other mushrooms. So it's just like, if you can imagine what animals are to humans, right? Like, they're small and dumb, and you can't talk to them because they don't have a language. That's what mold is like to mushroom people. So that's what I think about it. Okay, but what do you think of slime molds from Thick? They're sticky. There are mushrooms that make slime too. They're very strange. If you, like rub your hand over it, you get like snail slime on you. Yeah. Blech. All right, question 50. We should have like a confetti pop for this. From Bean, what's your girl dinner? So, girl dinner, for those who don't know, this is a TikTok thing. It's eating a plate full of snacks instead of a real dinner. So my girl dinner would probably, the main course would be Cheez-Its. I just love anything salty. I'm like a deer, basically. If there was just a block of salt hanging out on a fence near my house, I would just go out and lick it. I love salt. So Cheez-Its, any sort of like salty crackers. Probably Sour Patch Kids. That's one of my favorite candies ever. So let's see, we got Cheez-Its, we got Sour Patch Kids. That's 2 food groups. Salty and candy. Salty and sour. What else would be in my girl dinner? Maybe some of those like crispy fried wontons that you get from the Chinese restaurant when you order egg drop soup. You know how they always like include a little packet of those crispy fried wontons? And I think ostensibly you're supposed to put them in your soup. I've never actually done that. I just put them in my mouth. But I think that would be my girl dinner. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a well-rounded girl dinner. Cheez-Its, Sour Patch Kids, and crispy fried wontons. Oh, I love all this Sour Patch love in the chat. Sour Patch Kids are so goated, but they're like the best candy. I can't think of anything better. Devour the sour is a good tagline. Do we have questions after 50? Like, if I press the next button, am I gonna get another question? Is that... Let's see. Oh, yes! We can go past 50! No stack overflow! Okay. From Abner, would you rather change one thing from your past or get a clue about your future? Oh my god. Abner with the hard-hitting questions today. You really wanted to challenge me tonight, didn't you? I think maybe change one thing about my past. I don't know. Can I do like the cheaty thing and like go back and invest in some, like, can I go back and buy a bunch of GameStop stock and then sell it before they freeze all the trading apps so that I get rich? Like, is that against the rules? I think a clue about my future could potentially be useful, but it's just a clue, right? Like, it's not a fact about my future. So a clue leaves open the possibility that I could interpret it wrong and it would be useless, right? So definitely the safe bet is to go back and change one thing from my past. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and buy some GameStop stock. Good night, Sam. Thanks for stopping by. It was so much fun. Abner is asking the deep questions. All right, question 52 from the Jonker. Is that spelled correctly? Did we get that right, Joshi? From the Jonker? Top 5 anime. Oh, you want me to do 5 whole animes? Oh my god. Okay, let's see. One of my favorite anime genres is grown man and baby. Have you seen like Bunny Drop or Barakamon? I think Barakamon is in the top 5. I just love the genre of like adult men, not like creepy adult, but like young adult men who suddenly are tasked with either babysitting or like adopting a young cousin or something, like a young child, and like it's always really charming, and they go through all of the struggles of like figuring out how to sign them up for daycare, and like, oh no, I'm gonna be late to pick them up, I have to run as fast as I can through the rain before they stand outside the kindergarten crying. Like, I just like that genre of anime just tickles me. So one of my favorites is Barakamon. One of my favorites is obviously Evangelion, because I said Misato was best girl, and she is best girl, so Evangelion. I thought Oshi no Ko was really good. I really, really enjoyed that, and I'm not a big manga reader, so I don't know what happens next, and I'm really looking forward to the next season. Let's see, so is that 3? That's 3. I gotta think of 2 more animes. Okay, let's see. Can I just do 3? Thank you, Joshi. Grown man and baby, best genre for real. For sure. Yes, we got a Bunny Drop fan in the chat. Forget the manga, though. Why? What happens in the manga? Is it bad? Does something happen? Oh yeah, Barakamon is super comfy. It's not about a guy who has to adopt a child against his will. It's just about like this calligrapher who has like artist's block and is struggling, and he's this like master calligrapher who wins all of these competitions and is super famous, and like his art is so celebrated, but he's hit this creative block, and so his agent sends him to the countryside to just like take in the ocean and the fresh air for a while. And this just child who runs rampant through this small countryside village just like starts to live at his house and decides that he's their new favorite person. And I'm obsessed with it. I just think it's so cute. Okay, so Lane. Thank you, Joshi. Lane is probably in my top 5. That's just like the coolest possible representation of uploading your consciousness to the internet. Like, if Lane was what VR chat was like, I would be on VR chat nonstop, just all the time. All the time. I love Lane. Bluey is my favorite Australian anime, from Abner. Yeah, that's a good anime. There's Wolvetica asked a question, what's your favorite thing about Australia? I don't know if it made it into the list, but just in case it didn't, I want to say my favorite thing about Australia is Bluey. Can you get a good night, Erin? Yes, you can. Good night, Erin. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by. It was such a pleasure. All right, let's see. I'm skipping the 5th one. I only named 4 animes, but I think those 4 were perfect. From From Abner, what memory instantly makes you smile? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Ooh. That's a really good question. And I don't want to give too many facts about my personal life. I'm trying to maintain my privacy, so I'll make it a memory about my VTubing career. But the memory of my first TikTok live, the first time I ever went live was on TikTok. I did a grand total of 3 TikTok streams, but the first one I was so nervous that nobody would come. And it was going to be a just chatting stream from VRChat. And I was petrified. I was like shaking beforehand, and I was beside myself, so nervous that nobody was going to come. It was going to be a huge flop, that I was going to have nothing to talk about. Nobody would be chatting. But so many people came, so many people from my community, so many people who were commenters, regular commenters on my TikToks. And like that moment just really cemented for me that I love doing this and I want to do more of it. And just thinking about that always makes me smile. And how much support I get from my amazing community of Spores. I always smile when I think about you guys. So let's see. From Tito. Unlimited bacon and no games, or unlimited games and no games. This is the J Schlatt question. Why can't I pronounce his name? Is this like a race condition? Unlimited games and no games? I would take unlimited bacon, I think. In both of these options, there are no games. So if you're not going to have games anyway, take the bacon, right? You could have no games and no bacon, or no games and unlimited bacon. So yeah, unlimited bacon. Yeah. Oh yeah, Abner, the candy ranking stream. I think that was the second TikTok live. No, maybe that was the first one. But man, the Tierland stream, that was so much fun. I had people arguing in chat over the craziest things. We ranked chairs. Chairs. Like S tier chairs versus F tier chairs. And people were like fighting about it, having like really visceral reactions in chat. It was amazing. Fruit stream. Yeah, we ranked fruits too. Apples are B. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people like apples, but apples are a solid B. Oh yeah, I am sad we didn't get VODs of those. Those were kind of funny. I might have them. They were recorded out at a really low quality. Like TikTok's archival is at a super low resolution, so I may have actually downloaded them and just not done anything with them. I'll check after this. Okay, but question 55 is from CatFan. Do you like sleeping? Oh, I love sleeping. And I always say that sleeping is one of my superpowers, because I can sleep in any position, at any time, any place, noise, no noise, light, no light, I can sleep. It's truly one of my superpowers. I love sleeping and I'm really good at it. But sometimes during the day, if I take a nap, you know, we talk about the nap lottery, the nap gamble, the nap gotcha, if you will. Sometimes you take that nap during the day and you wake up feeling awful. Like, what year is it? Yeah, those aren't so great. But sleeping at night, I really like. Yeah. Sleeping at night is a lot better than sleeping during the day. Yeah. All right, next question. That's such a good question, though. From Gregory Lopez. I like to imagine that that's not your real name, that you like picked a YouTube handle and you just wanted to be Gregory Lopez, even though that's not your name. Any particular animal you enjoy? Eating or petting or riding? I think my favorite animal is probably like the cat. I know that's so basic. I love cats. I think they're so sweet to pet. Oh, speaking of animals, my dogs just came into the room. Hi, dogs. I have 2 dogs and I have 2 cats. I really like animals. Pet animals. which is really ironic because I have terrible allergies. Just the worst allergies. They make me sneeze and sniffle. I take Zyrtec every day of my life because I have to have pets. I can't live without them. But yeah, I got these 2 dogs that are under my feet right now. I have 2 cats that are probably upstairs sleeping on my bed. And I like cats because they're cuddly. They're like a hot water bottle when you sleep. You know, like some people use a weighted blanket and that feeling of pressure and warmth helps them go to sleep. For me, the pressure and warmth is supplied by the cat. I love cats. I love animals. Trevi, why have I never known you have animals? You're not just dumb. I don't talk about them super often. What are my pets' names? Oh, I think that's potentially personally identifiable, so I'm not going to say that here. But yeah, I have a lot of pets. I'm an animal person. What can I say? Dog stream win? Oh my god, you don't want that. My dogs are so smelly and weird. Okay, question 57 from Los. Los? Los? What do you feel is your biggest accomplishment besides VTubing? That's a great question because VTubing is... I have not accomplished much in the world of VTubing compared to much more accomplished VTubers. That's interesting. I mentioned earlier, and I think a lot of people probably weren't tuned in back then, but I mentioned earlier that I have performed in a couple of operas, that I'm a classically trained singer. That might be among my biggest accomplishments, is, you know, my singing performances. It's really tough. It's tough learning 2 hours worth of music, and in some cases 3 or 4 hours worth of music. And the stamina, the endurance you need to perform an entire opera, absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. So that's a pretty big accomplishment, I'd say. So I'll put that up there. All right, let's see. Will you do a karaoke stream from Thick? Yeah, of course I will. I would love to. I can't wait to. It's going to be all Disney and show tunes. You're going to hate it. See, that's the funny thing about karaoke stream is that I don't know that much or sing that much Japanese music, like idol music. And so all the other VTubers out there, they're doing Japanese music, and I feel like VTuber fans are mostly looking for Japanese music, and then I'm coming out here with like arias, like I'm gonna do Queen of the Night for you, and everybody's gonna listen to it and be like, what is this? What am I listening to? Why is this mushroom VTuber singing opera? So, you know, I just get ready to be disappointed. That's all I'm saying. All right. Question 58 from some Gingy guy. Yay, you're from the Discord. Is Princess Peach a fraud? It seems like you are the rightful ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom. Princess Peach is a very good friend of mine. I'm trying to answer in character. She's not a mushroom. That's the offensive thing, is that she's a non-mushroom ruling over mushrooms, and I just don't think that's right. I think that her country, and thankfully I don't live in the Mushroom Kingdom of the Mario games, but you know, if all of the people in her kingdom are toadstools, I think they should overthrow her and replace her with a toadstool ruler, because that's just, you need representation in your government, right? You can't be ruled by somebody who doesn't understand your species and your culture. So, yeah, I mean, she's kind of a fraud. She's also really pretty, though. So, there's that. She has a redeeming quality. She's pretty. She has a nice outfit. Peach 2 vanilla, Daisy's where it's at. Yeah, Daisy's a better tennis player, too. Let's see what the next question is. From E-Man Racing 95. Bit of a strange question. What species of mushroom are you and the spores? So, I think there was more subtext to this question. I believe he asked what subvariety we are. There are at least 4, I think, subvarieties of Amanita muscaria. Again, so many different kinds of mushroom. Oh my god. But there's 4, and the one that we are is Amanita muscaria. Let me Google it real quick. Flavivola. They're the ones that grow in North America. The Amanita muscaria, like the traditional one that everybody thinks of, they're actually native to Europe and Asia, but Amanita muscaria flavivola, which is very close in appearance, red with yellowish white spiky bits. They're called warts, but I don't want to say warts because it's such an unbecoming word. Yellowish white warts. They are native to North America and grow all over the continent, and that's where we are from. Good night, Sarah. Thanks for joining in. All right. Oh, another one from Gregory Lopez. Are you really Gregory Lopez? Any character design that you like? Ooh. There's so much good character design. Am I allowed to say VTubers? Like, because I think that VTubers have some of the most interesting character design. Let's see. Who are like the top ones that I like? Probably... I'm such a VShoujo shrimp. I really like Iron Mouse's character. She's got that pink hair with the purple streaks, and she's always wearing really cute clothing. And while she's obviously not the only devil demon VTuber, I really think she popularized it, right? She was like early to the trend, and she's really the whole reason why there are thousands and thousands of devil demon VTubers. Because boy, she did it so good. She did it right. Love her character design. From the new HoloLive generation, they're on my mind recently because I watched the debuts the other day, or last weekend, and I think Nerissa has a wonderful design. I really like her raven cape, or the feather details on her dress. I think that was done really nicely. Yeah. Virgil, Mousy, and Nyanners put pink demons on the map. That's true. No, Nyanners put pink cat girls on the map. It's so cliche to call pink-haired cat girls like Nyanners copycats, but let's be honest, it's such a popular VTuber cliche because of Nyanners. Yeah, they're both total pioneers. Very much respect for all of the VShoujo girls. Fuwamoko is so floofy. They're so cute. I want to like them so much, but I don't understand a word they say. They're so quiet. They're so quiet in their microphones that I have to crank my headphones just to be able to hear them. Let's see, from Kaisei3, how did you come into this world? How did you become such a fun guy to hang out with? Pun intended. So, I don't have a super developed lore. Maybe I'll work on that in the future. But the way that mushroom girls come into the world, this is what I've come up with. The way the mushroom girls come into the world is that sometimes, just on the odd chance, sometimes a mushroom in the wild gets bigger and bigger and eventually grows a little body underneath it and gets bigger and bigger until it's a person, like me. And we're not rare. There are more of me. There are more mushroom girls like my cousin Peach, and I have other relatives that I talk to. But yeah, sometimes a mushroom just grows into a mushroom girl, and occasionally we'll walk out of the forest and just join society. Yeah, so that's where I came from. One day I woke up, I was a mushroom girl, I walked out of the forest, and here I am. So that's my lore. Maybe I'll keep working on it. But yeah, that is how I came into this world. How did I become such a fun guy to hang out with? Well, that's just the magic, baby. I can't give that away. Good night, Travi. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. It's good to see you again. Adion, does that mean I can grow my own mushroom girl? Yeah, I mean, if you grow a lot of mushrooms, eventually one could grow into a mushroom girl. You never know. You won't know if you don't try. I think it's worth trying. This one is from Jib. What is your dream world? Basically your perfect world. Knowing Jib, I think this might be a question about VR chat, because I think Jib is a VR chat player. So I'm going to answer this one as if it was about VR chat. My dream world is one that is calming, like an ocean or like a calm hangout world, but specifically the one that has really good sound design. VR chat can be kind of uncanny sometimes. Good night, Bean. Thanks for stopping by. There are a lot of VR chat worlds that don't have ambient sound, like a restaurant that's completely silent, or a beach that has no sound of waves. And I hate that the most. But I really appreciate worlds that have good sound design, like good ambient sound. You might notice that I actually add ambient sounds and sound effects to my TikToks. There's something that just is really upsetting about watching VR chat content that has no world sounds, right? Like if somebody stands up out of a chair, you would expect to hear that seat creak, as they stand up. Or if somebody walks across the room, you would expect there to be footsteps. And so a restaurant should have voices, right? And so watching VR chat content that doesn't have like these like sound effects added back in by the creator, it can be very unsettling to me. Like, where is the sound? So sound design, worlds with really good sound design. And there are a couple of them. One that comes to mind is called Warm Obscured. So if you're a VR chat player out there, go check out Warm Obscured. It has just unbelievable ambient sound and really cool like ASMR tools you can play around with too. Yeah. So that's my dream world. Something with really good sound. Okay, let's see. How many questions do we have? My goodness. You guys are very prolific. Very prolific. From Sarah Love, who I think just went to bed, unfortunately. But she's in the Discord, so I'll hit her up tomorrow. What is your favorite Disney movie? Oh, I have so many favorite Disney movies. I just watched Lilo and Stitch again, like a couple of days ago, just for fun. I love Lilo and Stitch. It's such a clever movie, and I love that it's a big sister who's desperately trying to adopt her little sister so that their family doesn't get separated. That's just such a good hero's journey. That's such a good setup for the story. It's so heartwarming. Let's see. I have a soft spot for Lion King. Just the music in Lion King is unparalleled. That's some of the best Disney soundtrack ever written. It's so good. So yeah, I'd put those up there. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch and Lion King. I feel like that's right. We got a Lilo and Stitch stan in the audience. Thanks, Tito. Nani is a babe. Oh my god. So just like I forgot how thick Nani is, like thick, like with 3 or 4 C's, just so thick. She's got this tiny upper body, these like little tiny shoulders, and then everything from the hips down to the boots is like, oh damn, she is thick as F. I keep forgetting I have to keep this stream YouTube friendly. Hunchback of Notre Dame, Abner, good choice. And of course, you would be one to enjoy like the complex movies that deal with, the undercurrents of society, right? But that movie scares the crap out of me. I think that's one of the scariest Disney movies. It's terrifying. Like the fire and pitchforks and all the angry songs, and like the priest guy is like talking about eternal damnation. He hates himself and he hates everyone. Like, wow, that was a scary movie. I'm not about to watch it again anytime soon. Colt Mills, hi, welcome. Good to see you. Oh boy, I've got all my favorites in chat tonight. This is making me so happy. Cat fan, I love dark stuff. Well, that's good. You watch all the dark stuff you want. I'm gonna watch the comedies, the lighthearted slice of lives. What about the new live-action Disney movies? I haven't watched The Little Mermaid yet. Is it on like a streaming service yet? I'm not super huge on movie theaters, so I haven't seen it in theaters. But as soon as it hits streaming services, I'm all over it. It probably is, and I just missed it. I'm not good at keeping up with Netflix. Or Disney Plus. It would be Disney Plus, right? All right, let's get another question out here. That was a good one, though. It's time for the late night questions, I see. From Joshi, how would you rank the following 3 asses? J-Lo's, Gilly's, and Kim Kardashian's. Well, it's hard to rank my ass against those iconic asses from 2 very beautiful ladies. I think, for me, I think Jenny from the block has got to go first. Like, she made it okay to be thick. She's like the poster woman of thick, right? J-Lo rose to prominence during a very fat-phobic time when all of the other celebrities were stick thin and like anorexia was cool, right? Like she was like unapologetically thick and made it okay to be thick. So good for her. So J-Lo, props to J-Lo. I'm not a huge Kim Kardashian fan, so I'm gonna go with Gilly and then Kim Kardashian. Sue me. I like my butt. It's cute. It jiggles. It's thick. I like it. I'm into it. Kim's is nice though. It broke the internet, right? Yeah, can't fault there. She broke the internet with that ass. V. Saris, just wanted to drop in because I can't stay. I wanted to say I love your content and your comforting soul. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you for dropping in. I really appreciate you saying that. Good night. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Oh, I missed a question from Silversteel. Have you seen an anime called Real Life? I have. Is that the one where he takes a pill and then gets transported? Oh my god. My goldfish memory strikes again. I can't remember which one is Real Life and which one is ReZero. I think ReZero is the one where he gets isekai'd over and over again, and every time he gets like he has to go back to his childhood and solve some sort of like mystery from his childhood so that his mom doesn't get murdered. Oh god. You can tell I don't remember anything about shows that I watched. I'm so sorry. 80 on jiggle physics bring me joy. Here you go. Have some joy. Have some joy. Alright, give me another one off the list. From Abner. Would younger you like your jokes? Whoa. I don't think anybody likes my jokes. I don't know. Younger me, current me, future me. Yeah, I think younger me would like my jokes. What do you call, wait. Knock knock. Who's there? Interrupting starfish. I can't even do this one because I don't have hand tracking right now. Yeah, nobody would like my jokes. I'm sorry. Next question. Okay, 66 out of 50. We're doing really great, guys. Thank you. From the Junker. Aside from Amanita, what is your favorite mushroom? Oh, that's a nice question. I think that there's, in the world of beautiful aesthetic mushrooms, probably the wrinkled peach is absolutely gorgeous. It's this gorgeous shade of pink, naturally occurring thing in nature that is pink. That's very rare. In terms of culinary mushrooms, I think enoki are really cool. They have like a cool formation pattern. They're like tall and they come in like 100 pack, you know, like they're like spaghetti. They're like long and thin and you get 100 of them like spaghetti. So I think that's fascinating. There are a lot of great mushrooms out there though. The shaggy ink cap consumes itself, literally digests itself and turns itself into a black goo that like drips off the edges of the cap, and it's very dramatic and it's very beautiful, and it's literally goo that drips onto the ground, and it contains the spores that propagate more mushrooms. But in order to perform this propagation, it digests itself, it kills itself, it eats itself. Oh man, there are so many cool mushrooms. So many cool mushrooms. Okay, Abner, I think you're right. Let's end on 69. I think that's a really good idea. Joshi thinks we should do all of them. Joshi, how many are we up to right now? How many questions? It's probably... Boo. Oh, God. Okay, fine. I mean, 69 is the funny number, though. Super ultra mega. Just found out your last name is a type of mushroom. Yeah. Well, yeah. Gilly Amanita. Amanita is the type of mushroom that I am, or the genus of mushroom that I belong to. All right. Elucidate. Should I trust the mushrooms in my garden that pop up sometimes? Most mushrooms aren't toxic. I wouldn't chance it, but also there's a really low likelihood that it'll taste good. Most mushrooms don't taste very good. They're very bitter and have a bad texture. So my recommendation is just to leave it in the ground. Not that I would know what mushrooms taste like. I've never tasted a mushroom before in my life. Okay. From Dark Sonic 27, I forgot that I had expressions up until now. From Dark Sonic 2017, if you can live in any Pokemon region, which and why? That's a good question. How about... maybe Johto? Johto is from the Gold Silver Crystal generation, right? And it has... I think a really great Pokedex, a fantastic Pokedex, but it also has a high-speed train that'll take you to Kanto, and so if you wanted the most variety of, traveling adventures and Pokemon to catch, I would start in Johto, I would explore all of Johto, and then I would take the bullet train to Kanto. No, Goat King, I'm not a cannibal! I said I've never eaten a mushroom in my life. Why would you think I'm a cannibal? Why would you think I'm a cannibal? Okay, next question. From Swirly Early. Oh, I'm glad Swirly's on the list. Can you camp in the wilderness? Are you good at it? Oh no. Oh no, honey. I do not like camping. I am a bougie mushroom. I am a mushroom of comfort. I am a mushroom of fine taste and high-class desires. I like a soft bed. I like air conditioning, baby. Yeah. I'm not a camping mushroom, and I wouldn't be good at it if I tried. I don't really have those like wilderness survival skills, I think, that it would take to be good at camping. I would, even if I had fire starter and like a lighter, I still think I probably wouldn't be able to build a fire at the campsite. Yeah, Abner, good point. There's a reason Gilly left the forest. Well, you know, mushrooms don't really have to camp. I was just out there chowing down on like rotten logs, and you know, it's pretty easy to live in the wilderness as a mushroom, but if I had to do all the camping stuff, like setting up a tent and making a fire and rolling out my bedroll and like going fishing, I just don't think I would be very good at any of that stuff. 15 questions, Joshi? Oh my god. Okay, wait, speed run? From Hartman's Yokai Girl. Since we are Spores, we are basically your children? Yeah, you're my adopted children. I call you Spores affectionately. You can be mushrooms if you want to, but I call you Spores affectionately because I think of you like my family. That being said, a couple people in the Discord started developing their shroom sonas. So you're welcome to come up with a shroom sona if you want to, for real, join the mushroom family. I think that would be fun. And it's a fun exercise as an artist, too. Let's see. From Earthmelon. Oh, hi, Earthmelon. I don't know if you're on stream right now, but hi. You always come to game night. I really appreciate that about you. What is your biggest fear? Oh my god, this is an Abner question right here. What is this? This is an Abner question. What is my biggest fear? Lawnmowers. Next question. From Moonbroth7. Would you ever wish to join a VTuber organization such as Hololive, VShojo, Niji Sanji, etc., or would you rather stay independent? That's a great question. I think I would join a VTuber organization. I appreciate that VShojo would let me keep my character, you know, my IP, and stay as Gilly. But I think if I had the opportunity to join Hollow or Niji, I would do it. There's an incredibly difficult uphill battle to being financially independent as an indie VTuber, and that's pretty much all solved for you if you join a big agency like Hollow or Niji. You get built-in followers, basically. Like the Hololive girls that debuted over the weekend, they had 220 to 250,000 YouTube subscribers before their first stream, right? So, you know, not to say that it's easy being any sort of VTuber, it's a ton of work. It's a ton of work, but it's easy to become financially independent, I think, if you're with an agency. So, yeah, I think I would. I think I would. Narissa is mommy, no question. Yeah, she's great. I love Narissa's voice. I was so thrilled that there was at least one from the generation that didn't have baby voice. I have nothing against baby voice VTubers, but it's so refreshing when a VTuber has something that's not your sort of traditional high-pitched baby voice. So, I really like Narissa for that aspect. She has a lovely singing voice too, spectacular. I really liked her cover that she made. She did a good job. All right, ooh, okay. 72 of a million bazillion. From Bean, if you had a Gamer Subs flavor, what would it be? I love this because I collect the Gamer Subs waifu cups. I can't drink the actual drink anymore. It gives me incredible anxiety. Even the caffeine-free version, unfortunately. But if I had a flavor, I think it would probably be like a Sour Patch Kids reference. Like some sort of sour, like a blue no, oh wait, blue raspberry already exists. Crap. Then maybe like a red, like a red Sour Patch Kid? Like a sour strawberry? Is sour strawberry already a Gamer Subs flavor? I think that would be really good. Feet? No, Tito, no! Gamer Subs Gilly Feet flavor? No, if you want Gilly Feet flavor, you have to put out a pizza for me to stand on. There you go. Guacamole gamer fart? That's not sour strawberry. Are you just like calling out Gamer Subs flavors? Alright, from Tito, what animal is your fursona? Oh, I never really thought about this. I never had a fursona. What animal would it be? Is there an animal out there that really likes sweets? Like more than other animals? Is attracted to sweet things? Hummingbird? Hummingbird. Oh, that would be kind of interesting. Maybe my fursona would be a hummingbird. Because I don't drink water. I only drink sweetened liquids. That's kind of perfect. Okay. I think my fursona would be a hummingbird. Sugar glider! Joshi, that's such a good one too. Oh, okay. Those are both so good. But I really like hummingbird specifically because it's of the sweetened liquids reference. I only drink sweetened liquids. Winnie the Pooh is not a fursona. Winnie the Pooh is an anthropomorphic bear. I don't. Hummingbird Sona fan art incoming? I wish. If somebody made that would be fantastic. Ooh, 74 is from Reaper! Yay! If you could bring back any figure from history, who would it be? Oh my god. This is so good. Okay, wait. I would bring back Amelia Earhart and just ask her where the frick she crashed. I heard recently, I read something online, and I shouldn't trust anything I read on the internet. That was my mistake. But maybe somebody can Google this. If I heard that she like crash landed on an island and then was like eaten by crabs or something. I don't know how anybody would know this or be able to verify it. But I would bring her back and just be like, what happened? Why did you go down? And where did you crash? Right? Because like that's one of history's greatest mysteries. I just love that. You heard that story too, Virgil? I don't know where it came from or like why I am even repeating it because it's so outlandish and crazy. It's obviously not true, but I don't know. I read things on the internet and then I repeat them because I'm a boomer. All right. Oh, this isn't the question I thought it was. This is not the Australia question. From Wolvetica, do you or do you not eat mushrooms? I would like the record to show that I do not eat mushrooms. Never, ever in my life have I ever eaten a mushroom. Okay. All right. From Swirly again. Yay! Do you ever find the time in your day to reset from all your problems and just reset by taking a walk, etc.? I don't. I wish I did. No, my problems are with me all the time. I can never get away with them. Away from them. I can never get away with them. My problems include murder, tax evasion, and I can never get away with them. That was the best slip of ever. I should go on more walks, though. I really should. My Fitbit keeps telling me to do it. I'm not eating a mushroom right now. Don't know where you heard that. All right, 77. I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close to the end of the list. From Ivan IT. Yay! Hi, Ivan. If you could go and study anything you want, all expenses paid, what would it be? That's a great question. Wow. I think for me, I would study languages, a language. Maybe Korean. I've always really wanted to visit South Korea, visit Seoul, but I don't know a lick of Korean, not even the tiniest bit. So, you know, if I could study anything I wanted, all expenses paid, I think it would be a language. I might have to keep thinking about what language it would be, because that sort of unlocks where you can travel to. And boy, I also really want to learn Mandarin and travel around China. But yeah, languages basically is my answer to this question. She'd study mushrooms. I can just use Wikipedia for that. Abner, my first language is sarcasm. Mine too. Sarcasm. I can't, I have to rein it in on streams. Like I don't want to come across as mean, so I try not to be sarcastic, but I really do like a dry wit. All right, question 78. I think we're getting closer. I don't know what's going to happen when we get to the end. Like, is it going to loop back around to the beginning, or is my stream just going to crash and instantly go offline? I don't know. So anything could happen. Your guess is as good as mine. Question 78 from Tito. Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe. You know I love you, Tito. You know I love you. Yes, all the way. Yes, all the way down. Black hole. Yeah. Joshi, I hope we don't all get sucked into a black hole. That would be the worst ending to a stream. We would all disappear. We would all be strung out like spaghetti. I don't know too much about black holes, but I do remember one word, which is spaghettification. Apparently objects and light, anything that's getting sucked into a black hole, just gets stretched out infinitely long because of like how much the acceleration of gravity. The closer you get, you just like stretch out like a spaghetti. So spaghettification, that's the word of the day. All right, 79 from Shadow88. Favorite type of cookie? Yes. Okay, so my favorite type of cookie is a chocolate chip cookie, which I know is really basic, but I'm going to do you one better. A chocolate chip cookie made with M&Ms instead of chocolate chips. Yeah. That's the good stuff right there. Also, like chocolate chip cookies are really good. Like where the cookie itself is also chocolate. Those are just so decadent, you know, like fudgy cookies. Yum, yum, yum. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. And this has been Food Stream with Gilly. Thank you very much. Okay, is there an 80? Oh, there is an 80. I thought maybe that was the end. I'm so tired. Let me go. Question 80 is from Silver Steel. What's your favorite sarcastic comment? Are you adding these on at the end, Joshi? Are you putting more in the queue? What's your favorite sarcastic comment? Like, how am I supposed to come up with a favorite? Just all sarcasm is amazing. It's so situational, right? Like the sarcastic comment is dependent on what precedes it. It has to be off the cuff, you know, a little spontaneous and unexpected. And it has to play really well off of the comment that came before it. So I can't say whether I have a favorite sarcastic comment. My favorite one is the one that's really unexpected and off the cuff and just like in the moment, you know? Bye, CrewFan91. Gotta get out of here, but I'll have to join the Discord soon. I'm so glad you'll join the Discord. You've been commenting on my TikToks for ages, and I've always wanted to talk to you more, so thank you. I look forward to it. All right, is this the end? I don't know. Is this the end? I'm gonna press the button. What's gonna happen? No! There's an 81! Okay, I'll answer it. Oh my god, how many are there now? Didn't you say it was like 78 before? Okay, from Tsuba Kikuro. Tsuba Kikuro, what a great name. Fave comfort food. Ooh. Oh my god, another food question. My favorite food just generally is candy. I'm obsessed with candy. I can't control myself around candy. Like a bag, one of those like 1 pound bags of Sour Patch Kids you get from CVS. That's like a single serving for me. I'm just obsessed with candy. But, fave comfort food. I feel like comfort food has to be warm. It has to be home cooked, right? Because it's sort of like the comfortable feeling of, you know, of like being taken care of. So maybe chili? Maybe chili, like a really long cooked chili with lots of delicious warm spices in it. There's a lot of really good comfort dishes though. Adion, don't do this to me. Do you like candies? I'm not falling for that one again. Fillion hit me with that one. I totally got dunked on by Fillion in like a joint production of one of her talent shows, and boy, I just walked right into it. Like in a cartoon where somebody steps on a rake and the handle comes up and smacks him in the face. Oh my god, Joshy, 86 questions? Okay. Alright, favorite comfort food was chili. Let's do question 82. From Quinn, I'm curious, how expensive is your whole VR set used for your content? Quinn, you can't just ask how expensive somebody's VR setup is. I can describe what equipment I use. I haven't like tallied up the dollar amount, but let's see. I use a Quest Pro headset. I recently upgraded from a Vive Pro Eye to a Quest Pro, and the face tracking is amazing. It's so good. I'm really glad I made that decision. I use index controllers instead of the controllers that the Quest Pro comes with. I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 standalone trackers, just Vive trackers. I have one on each elbow because I really think it adds to the realism of the arm movement. Just tracking the arms with controllers, it doesn't look nearly as good as adding in that elbow tracking. But I only use one tracker on each foot, and I don't use knee trackers. I don't think that the knee tracking adds nearly as much as the elbow tracking. I do have 2 more Vive trackers that I can use for the knees, but I generally don't wear them. I have in my room 3 lighthouses, like base stations. That adds to the total cost of the setup. And obviously the PC is probably the most important part of the setup, and that's also the most expensive part of the setup. But yeah, so that's what I'm using when I make my VR chat content is Quest Pro headset, Valve Index trackers, sorry. Valve Index controllers. Oh, it's getting so late. My brain is scrambled. And 5 standalone Vive trackers. Yeah, I would never forget my sweet PC. Thanks, Joshy. Hi, Phoebe. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Oh, I need to re-thank anybody who may have subbed since the last time I thanked everybody who subbed. I'm like a novice streamer. This is my first time going live, so I don't have stream alerts set up yet. I don't really know how to do it. I'm gonna get it figured out before the next stream though, but I literally don't know when people subscribe, and I'm so sorry because I wish I could thank you all in real time. I really do. I would love to be able to, but I don't know when people are subscribing. So here is my huge thank you to all of you who have subbed since the beginning of the stream. I really appreciate you. I'm so glad you're in the community now, and I look forward to seeing you at future streams. All right, so let's do another question. Hi, Catfan. You're a new YouTube subscriber. Thank you, Catfan. Thank you for the sub. All right, question 83 is from Mobilis and Mobily. If comfortable sharing, what would be your ideal date night? Ooh. That's a good one. I think it would probably involve my two favorite activities, which are shopping and eating. Right? Of course it has to involve eating. I'm obsessed with food. So yeah, I think we would go to an interesting part of the city or an interesting like shopping plaza or village or something, and then we would walk around and window shop and go in and try things on and sniff the perfumes and put on the makeup, and then we would go to a really nice dinner. I think that would be my ideal date. What can I say? I'm materialistic. That's why I didn't want to live in the forest anymore. You like this fancy jewelry? You like this fancy outfit? I'm materialistic, baby. All right. Thank you for plugging the Discord, Joshi. Appreciate you. Wait, do I want cheese? Is that a question? I always want cheese. There's never a time when I don't want cheese. Cheese is a delicious salty snack. I love it. All right, let's see. 84 is from Ashen. What was your inspiration and motivation to keep pushing forward? I've said this before and I'll say it again. It is all of the encouragement and thankful comments and compliments that I get on my content from you amazing Spores. I do all of this for you, and anytime I get that, I get that validation that my content has made somebody happy, or it's made somebody feel better when they're down, or it's made someone feel calm if they're in a panicked state, any of those reassurances that my content is reaching the right audience and helping people, that's it for me. That's it for me. That's what keeps me pushing forward. And I'm always going to make more content if people are liking it and if it's helping you. What is Mock? The cheese man will come back when you stream again, but snacks need to be stolen. Okay. Are you the cheese man? Does that mean you're heading out? If you do, good luck stealing the snacks. I hope you get all the snacks your heart desires, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Let's see. Question 85 is from Moshiki. Well, who is your favorite cat girl? Well, I know what you want me to say, which is Moshiki. And Moshiki's definitely up there. Do I have any other favorite cat girls is the real question. I do love Nyanners, but I wouldn't say she's my favorite cat girl. Who are the other cat girl options? Yeah, I think Moshiki might be my favorite cat girl. Yeah, I think Moshiki is my favorite cat girl. There's definitely no other cat girls that I like more than Moshiki. So yeah. Sorry, Tito. I know. Sorry, I know that's disappointing. Nyanners is great. She's not my personal cup of tea, I think. Let's see. All right, are we coming up on the end? I never know when the end is going to be. From Wolvetica, what's your favorite part about Australia? Bluey. There's a lot of horrifying things that come out of Australia. Snakes, spiders, heat. Pretty much everything from Australia is scary and can kill you. But Bluey is great. I'm so glad you're happy, Moshiki. Your chat comments are coming up. Yay! Is this the last question? Is it number 86? What's gonna happen when I press the button? Nothing! I think that means we did it! We're at the end of the list! We did it! I can finally go to bed! Yay! This was amazing. You know, I had a super good time. I'm almost sad to be going to bed. Well, I answered 86 questions. Most importantly, you guys came with 86 questions. That's amazing. Thank you. I'm so thrilled that you wanted to come and learn more about me, or troll me, or just interact with me in any form. I'm absolutely thrilled that so many of you folks came out and gave me your amazing questions. This was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to streaming more after this. I think, yeah, I can start my once-a-week streaming series. Maybe a VR chat stream? 87 from everyone. Thanks for being the best mushroom mommy. Aw, thanks everyone. I know that was put in there by producer Joshi. I want to thank producer Joshi again for helping me out with everything. Really, like getting my OBS set up. That was a pain in the butt. That was all Joshi. And coming up with this really cool question system and this like cool neon sign effect. That was all Joshi too. So thank you, producer Joshi, for all your help. Thank you, amazing, super cool, funny, creative Spores, for joining and making chat so entertaining and giving me such great questions to answer. I mean, there would be no entertainment from me if there were no questions to answer. So truly, thank you so much. But yeah, I am going to go to bed shortly. So this was fun, and I will see you all either on the next stream or in the Discord. Remember, it's discord.gg/Gilly if you want to join and hang out. But yeah, thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart. Love you guys. I'll see you next time.